Hey guys and girls, what is going on? It is Zazzri today, bringing you Season 1, Episode number 7 of my Manchester City Career Mode. So you guys asked for longer episodes, so here it is. You know, I'd already recorded everything by the ones, so I had to go along with the short ones, but here it is. It's a 12-minute video, which is going to be pretty hard to commentate, and it's taken a while to do, but it should be worth it. So if you're wondering, you know, with this FIFA 14, I've kind of found it hard to kind of show you the games before we get into them, so it literally is just talk about one game once it's finished, straight into the next goals of the next game. It's really tough. Anyway, as you can see, we did score and we were 1-0 up against Chelsea here. Chelsea are a huge rival of ours, and unfortunately you can see Tasic does get sent off there. I think it was because it was like a goal scoring opportunity. If you look at it here, I don't know if it was, to be honest, but you know, it was a red card. It kind of changed the game a little bit, but we do score another goal here. Navas does put it past the keeper there. I was kind of fortunate because, you know, going into half time with 10 men is going to be tough against Chelsea, and it was tough, but like luckily it wasn't a player in attack, it was a player in defence. You know, I've kind of got company, I've got, you know, good defenders that can cover and come across and stuff, whereas I think if it was one of the attackers, you know, our attack would have suffered massively, whereas the defence, you know, wasn't too bad. And as you can see here, Navas just causing problems again, like I've said he does. You know, he's got great pace, great little dribbler, and although he doesn't always get assists and goals, what a shot that was from Aguero, and finishing by Royce. Although Navas doesn't always get the goals and doesn't always get the assists, he creates so play, he plays so well. He's honestly such a fantastic player. He really is so good. The shame about him is that he's kind of old, and you know, he's not that old, but if you look at the fact where he plays, that's such a lovely shot from Aguero, and Royce does get the header there, quite an easy one for him. That made it 3-0 obviously, and that's the game finished, is it? Yeah, it is. Finished 3-0 with 10 men. 27 minutes in we went down to 10 men, which is fantastic for us against Chelsea. Good 3 points. But yeah, the thing is about Navas, he's kind of old for his position, which kind of sucks really because he's great, but players on the wings kind of go down at like 28, 29, so you know, he's not going to be on for more than maybe 2 seasons, which is a bit of a shame. Anyway, Royce does get us a goal early on here. This is the thing about Michael Royce, I feel he either shines or he just won't even be in the game, he'll just be marked out of the game. You know, if we just said, like, this is just an example, he plays 30 games, I'd say 25 of them he's fantastic, but then there's those 5 games where he's just not even in it. You know, it's not that he has a bad game, he's just not even in the game, which I find quite strange really. Paul Pogba there getting one of his first goals for us, I'm not sure if it is the first one, I can't really remember. But yeah, he does score there, a lovely little headed goal. And that makes it 2-0, and at 2-0 you kind of know that you are likely to win the game. And as you can see here, we do. It's against Stoke, of course, which, you know, they're a decent team, tough team to play against in FIFA 13. They didn't seem too difficult, to be honest, in this game. But 2-0 win, you know, goal in the first half, goal in the second half. Very solid performance, clean sheet again. And as you can see, you know, I complained about the rain in the last episode, and the rain is back. We're playing against Wigan in the FA Cup, and I was trying to win obviously as many trophies as possible in this first season. I won the Community Shield, I think it was. I think I won the Community Shield anyway. We might not have done. I don't want to say that I have if I haven't. No, I haven't. That was my Man United career mode, I'm sorry. It's obviously away from home, raining, which I just hate. I can't stand the rain, but I always forget that I just press play match, and I'm like, oh, no, I shouldn't have done that. And then obviously I can't go back and change it, so it's pretty annoying. That made it 1-0, and that's how the game finished. There was literally no other highlights. This is the thing I found with this game, like people have asked for the highlights. I'm looking for them. Like, I'll go through each game, watch it, and be like, okay, there's a highlight. But there just aren't any, you know, there's nothing to show you guys, there's nothing that I can be like, wow, look at this. Moving on, you know, we were out the FA Cup, but, you know, we've still got the Champions League, we've still got the Premier League to focus on. So you can see there, Yaya Toure in the 53rd minute does score a lovely headed goal. You know, a lot of people have said it, and I do agree, he's one of the best players on this game. He's got great pace, great strength, great passing, shooting, everything you'd want in a midfielder. He's such a good player. Honestly, he's been my player of the season so far. He's been fantastic for me. Like, honestly, he's like the ideal player. And you know, when he gets too old and he's not in the team anymore, he's going to be so tough to replace. He's Pogba, but you know, he's big shoes to fill. Anyway, that's not for a few seasons. And this is obviously the first leg against Bayern here, and Ribery does score a goal to get it 1-1. Now this kind of points it towards Bayern. They've got a slight advantage in terms of away goals. You know, if we go to theirs and it's 0-0, you know, it's not actually a draw. They actually go through because they'll have scored more away goals. Ribery's dribbling was so tough for me in this game. I slid at the end just trying to get something in front of the ball, but we couldn't. That was the game ended 1-1. A decent result, you know. Obviously I didn't want to concede. But, you know, we didn't go into the second leg with a loss or anything. I mean, unfortunately we did concede, but we put on a fantastic team. So it kind of, it's positive stuff, really. Moving on here, we've got a training injury. it is to our captain, Vincent Kompany, broken tibia. He's out for 6 months, which is... This at this point I was like, oh my goodness, this season just becomes so much tougher. Because he's one of the rocks of the team, you know, Yaya Toure, Aguero, Hart, and rocks of the team when people talk about Man City. And he's injured for 6 months. The rest of the season, obviously, he's out, and a bit of the next season as well, probably. Such a blow to the team. I was absolutely gutted, and it kind of it was like, wow, you know, I just couldn't believe it, to be honest. I was a bit shocked really that it actually happened. But yeah, moving on, we've got a game in Spurs here. You know, we've got to kind of focus on the next game. We can't just be thinking about our injury to Kompany. We do concede here. You know, we've gone. You know, although in the FA Cup we didn't perform very well, and you know, we did concede in the Champions League, but we've been playing great football. Defensively, sharpened up a lot more. You know, although we've conceded, you know, it's not been sloppy goals. It's just been great goals from the opposition. So I'm a bit happy about that. Without Aguero, you know, I'm worried that the goals might become sloppy that we're conceding. Sergio Aguero, I think I just said without Aguero, I meant without Kompany. Aguero does score in the 69th minute. That's his 18th goal all season. As you can see there, his pace just brings him away from the defenders slightly, gives him enough chance to get a nice little finish in. You know, he's not too rushed. A 1-1 draw away from home at White Hart Lane is not bad. You know, Chelsea, I'm a Chelsea fan. In real life did that, and you know, you want to win, but fair enough. You know, Spurs have got a very good squad this year. So I think a 1-1 draw away from him at Spurs, you know, it could be worse, could be a lot worse than that. Moving on, game against Aston Villa here at home. And a lot of people said Jovetic is so good. And I was like, what do you mean? Because before he got injured, I was kind of, you know, I was finding out what striker partnerships went well together, you know, which strikers fit in. You know, he's good. Aguero's probably better, but now I've got him back after his injury. He has been playing so well. He's such a great player. He obviously made it 1-0 to us there. And I just didn't appreciate how good he is. Like, he's absolutely fantastic. Like, seriously, Jovetic is absolutely fantastic for us guys. He's honestly so good. But yeah, anyway, we did concede there, which is really annoying, and I think that we are kind of lacking Kompany in defence. You know, it just doesn't feel right without him, to be honest. As you can see here, we move into the 90th minute, and you know, there's always goals scored, goals conceded in the 90th minute. Luckily, we are on the scoring end. Negredo did come on as a substitute, and he gets us a goal in the 90th minute. I was absolutely buzzing. We really did need the 3 points. You know, we've had a few, you know, results that aren't great, draws, losses, and it was great to finally get some more, you know, get 3 points on the board again. And I was so happy that Negredo did score. Goal in the first half, goal in the second half. Agbonlahor is the one that got them the goal, by the way. And yeah, 2-1. You know, you'd want a better result, but 3 points, 3 points. Moving on, we've got the Manchester derby here. Obviously, in real life, City won this 4-1 recently. And to kick things off, Danny Welbeck does score in the 30th minute here. You know, not someone that's one of the better strikers at United, you'd say. But in FIFA, he's always been someone that's pretty decent, really. As you can see, he just absolutely skinned, I think that was Mika Richards, and then just slots it past Joe Hart, no real chance. But luckily, we do get back into the game. Paul Pogba is kind of known in real life. He plays for Juventus, and he kind of is known for scoring some cracking goals, especially in the Champions League. I've seen, you know, I'm always, you know, seeing on Twitter, you know, people like, wow, Paul Pogba just scored this goal, and I'm like, wow. And that was kind of similar to what the kind of goal he scored. As you can see, he's got some similar things to Yaya Toure. Tall, strong, bit of pace, not as quick as Toure, a little bit slower. You know, great shot. You know, could he be the replacement to Toure in a season or two time? You know, possibly. Now, this goal I was absolutely buzzing about. It was fantastic. Navas with an absolutely world-class volley. You know, normally the reason I'm saying it's world-class is because you'd expect the player to just completely smack it over. That's generally what happens. A great cross, considering, you know, he had two defenders on him, and then the finish was just exquisite from Navas. That gave us the win, and it was such a well-earned 3 points away from home at Old Trafford. Such a tough fixture, but yeah, we did get the 3 points, and that Navas goal was just fantastic. You know, I've seen that 97 times out of 100. They'll just sky it over, or they'll just completely miss. That time, it just looked so good and worked perfectly. As you can see here, Royce is back on form and kicks things off very nicely with a goal for us here. And if you're wondering how many episodes are going to be in the series, I've worked it out. It should be 10 episodes in Season 1 before we start off Season 2. Episode number 10 will be the final score report for Season 1. Episode number 9 is going to conclude the Premier League, conclude the Champions League. I'm pretty sure the FA Cup and the League Cup must have been concluded then. So yeah, the two biggest competitions will be concluded then. Look at this dribbling from Royce though. Like, I was trying to find an opening, and eventually I did. Got the shot off, a lovely finesse, top corner, and this is just what Royce is all about. He was clearly playing very, very well. Like, he's just tearing them apart. Like, his dribbling is just so good. Got a great finish on him. But that's something I've noticed about Royce. He's just, his dribbling is just so good. Like, it opens up holes. Like, you know, if I'm getting, you know, I'm trying to find that, you know, perfect pass to the striker, I can always rely on Royce getting into a, you know, creating some space just with his dribbling. Obviously, you obviously 6 goals, you're like, that's not very good. You know, you're near the end of the season, but obviously you got to remember he has been injured, and I think he came on in this game, and you know, he had a great impact. Such a good player. You know, with 3-0 up, it's against Hull, so you know, I'm not going to pretend they are the best team in the world, but been 3-0 up, you know, and playing great football. You know, it's half time and we're 3-0 up. You know, it's obviously very good to see. You know, I was really happy with the team, and you know, considering we've got the business end of the Champions League and the Premier League to come, it's always good to be getting goals on the board. And we weren't done. As you can see, David Silva here going on a little run, and such a good finish from him. That's his 9th goal of the season. Now, to keep him on with midfielders, you know, you like sort of Hazard, Mata, Santi Cazorla last year. They scored ranging from around 8 goals to 15 maybe. So you look at that for the attacking midfielders, 9 goals and about 11 from Royce. You know, very to say we're not even finished the season yet. So we're 4-0 up, and we did not finish there. Marco Royce gets himself a hat-trick right at the end of the game. That's his 12th goal of the season. Great assist from David Silva, and a lovely little finish from Royce to get himself a hat-trick. As I said, you know, some games he just tears teams apart. This was one of those games. He really did cause Hull so many problems. That gives a 5-0 win, which is obviously absolutely fantastic for us. Very happy with that going into some of the tougher games of the season. So yeah, we did win 5-0 away from home. Gives us a lovely 3 points. In the next episode, it's going to be an absolutely huge one, guys. Look forward to that, and hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.